Hey, this piece of content might be a tad bit irrelevant for some of you, but it's really not. It still contains some footage that'll probably help some of you. And this is just a quick cooking idea if you're having a hard time, or if you go to work, you can leave this cooking and then come back. I set it on low. You guys can see my old school crock pot, and I'm just gonna dump one of these um smokehouse, the dry rub. It's a boneless pork roast. And all I do is just, you'll see how I just cut this content right here really quick. And this is not what I'm going to eat. It's just what I make for my family, and just dump it in there. Oops, got a little bit on the side. No big deal. This is already a barbecue sauce kind of that's already on the actual container. Get these at Food Max, grocery outlet, any of your favorite stores. What I do then is I put some of this Kraft original barbecue sauce, about half a bottle in there, mix it up a little bit, put a little bit of water in there, believe it or not, and just dump it all over. Make sure you get behind it, get on this plot right there, and you just let it cook. Just let it cook. You put those on some Hawaiian rolls or whatever type of bread you want to use, and serve it up with some corn or some broccoli, mashed potatoes, whatever you want. And I don't necessarily eat this, but like I said, I cook for myself and I cook for my family. So sometimes I have to be on a different type of caloric type of intake, and this is what I've been using to help with that. And it's the Huel. I'll make another video of how I use that product specifically, but more importantly, I want to make a video of how they ship that item. That is an amazing company. All right, guys, just put this bad boy on, and I'll put a timer on for 6 hours and set. All right, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. The gym session, it kind of aggravated my knee a little bit. But what I do is when I leave the house, I actually leave. This is about almost a pound, not exactly a pound of ribeye. I leave it cooking. So remember, I had my first meal at about 11 o'clock. It was at Huel, and I actually want to weigh it. I want to weigh it, see what this sucker weighs. Woo. See. It's almost it's 11 and 1/8 ounces. So let's do the rendition on that. So that would leave us, this was the package had, let's see, ooh, okay, 0.93 pounds. It's almost there. And then you're gonna notice on the back of the package, it's 130 calories per 4 ounces. So that's 4, 8, almost 12 ounces. So 1, 2, 3, 300. That's almost 390 calories, man. That's not bad at all. So as I told you guys earlier, I left this pork loin in there, and that sucker's cooking pretty good. That's what my wife and my daughter are gonna have. And it's just bathing in barbecue. I showed you guys earlier how I made that. So that takes about 6 hours. It's already been in there for about 3.5, almost 4. And, once you start, you can shred it in there. Grab yourself a couple of forks. I'm just curious now. Oh, yeah, it's starting to shred pretty good. But, like I said, it still needs like another 2-3 hours. And we'll go from there. But okay, guys, I'll catch you later. Just wanted to show you what the after the gym workout looked like, and I'm not gonna lie to you, the knee isn't doing that great, guys. Yeah, it's a little tender still, so I'll let you guys go, and I'm gonna put this thing to rest. Adios, amigos. All right, guys. So I'm trying to keep it as positive as possible and not constantly nag about my knee. But yeah, I was home and I was thinking about what am I going to do in terms of exercise. Like, what am I going to do, like, to keep myself moving and keep myself, from doing that impact? Because boxing, jump rope is one of like the main sauces, one of the main. And I love jump roping, guys. I really, really, really enjoy it. but I don't want to risk it, you know, or, you know, the swelling's still pretty, it's still pretty aggressive on my knees. So I just had to remind myself, I've got a membership, man. I got a freaking membership to City Sports. So I left the, which I'm going to share with you guys, that quick little recipe that you guys might benefit from. It's like, you know, you go to work, you leave your food cooking while you're at work. You don't have to worry about burning or anything like that. And it's not what I eat primarily, it's what I feed my family, because I tend to eat a little bit different than what my family eats. And it's crock pot to the rescue, man. The crock pot does a phenomenal job, man. I love this watch. I didn't even know all the features it had, but I can actually see myself and I can frame myself. So you guys will see right here behind me is City Sports. So I'm gonna go and sit on the bike for about an hour, and the reason I'm doing this is because I already have an idea of what my doctors are going to tell me, which I've already made an appointment, you know, and you know, so they want to send me obviously to go get an X-ray first, and then the X-ray goes to an MRI, and it's just a long battery of this and that and yada yada yada, and they've already diagnosed it with a contusion to the bone. But what's going to happen is that from there they're going to have me want to go see the orthopedic surgeon, Dr. Molina, and he's already told me, I mean, he's already done 2 surgeries on my knees. I don't have any meniscus in there, so I'm just going to focus on what I can do, because I kind of noticed today while I was at home, I was kind of going into that dark place, you know, like when I'm hurt and I'm sedentary, I tend to look for those endorphins. I look for that, like, you know, I know where this is going. If I just stay and remain stagnant, I need that physical outlet. I need that endorphin fix, that rush, you know. And a lot of people don't realize this, but if I continue on that route, I tend to suffer from depression. You know, it starts with anxiety, and then from anxiety it goes into depression. So the best way for me, might work for you too, I'm not too sure, you know, is to definitely get some exercise in, man. Get some exercise in, move a little bit. I know it's hard to get going, man, but once you get going, it kind of tends to flow. And if you need something like a little bit of jolt, have yourself a freaking cup of coffee, man. Who cares? You know, just get yourself out there. I mean, try not to. I don't tend to have caffeine past, you know, 2 or 3 o'clock, because I know it's going to be a long day for me, you know. But that's the rant. And like I said, I'm gonna once I do that, load up that recipe on the crock pot, I'll also do the quick little meal that I do for myself, and I start with that Huel, and then go from there and just kind of show you an overall of what I eat throughout the day. You know, coaches have a very hard calisthenic kind of work, you know, going on. So it's not as he does a HIIT training, which is high intensity interval training. So between that and this, I'm gonna probably have the rest of the week and try to really relieve myself mentally, give myself permission to do this and not be so hard on myself. So boxing over 50, it's gonna, you know, prove a little bit of a challenge, but I'll upload daily, let you guys know where I'm at, how I'm doing. And right now it's focusing on this, moving, and not necessarily losing weight, but at least maintaining the weight loss that I've already accomplished. All right, guys, over and out. See you later. Hey, what's going on, guys? Here I am at almost 40 minutes of cycling. I'm keeping the level really low at a level 4, but I have noticed that that's the bad knee. The inside of the knee starting to kind of you know, feel a little I wouldn't say pain, but discomfort is what I'm trying to say. So I'm gonna let me flip the camera around really quick. the right thing. I was at a resistance of a 10. I brought it down to a 4. I'm still feeling it, so I'm going to bring it down even one more level. So it's right there. You can see the swelling still there. It's all purple in this area. So yeah, I'm bringing it down to a level 3. You guys will notice that on the, I've been at it for almost 42 minutes now. And according to my clock, my watch, I did about 240 calories. So what I did when I left the house, I left the steak cooking on the air fryer for about 17 minutes. I know the air fryer indicates it a lot different. Just dabbled it in salt. And according to that label, every 4 ounces has 130 calories. So if it's almost a pound, that's almost like 16 ounces. So 130 times 4. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. So it's like about 520 calories. So between that and the Huel shake that I had this morning, or at 11, so I try to eat about every 4 hours or so, I should be up in the let's see, 1,000 calories and some change, like 1,100. It still leaves me with about 600 calories for dinner. So yeah, just going light. I'm actually gonna bring it down even a notch more to avoid that discomfort in the knee. And I'll post this up a little bit later. So I think what the main thing I'm trying to say here is that take it easy on yourself, man. Take it very easy on yourself. Don't. You can see my reflection right there, and my phone. Don't go too hard. That's the hardest lesson for me to go. Even like when I'm hurt, I've done this in the past where I keep pushing. That's where it got me to where I've had several surgeries on my knees. I have no meniscus, so that's why I'm a little bit terrified of the whole knee situation. Break a little bit of a sweat here. So when I get home, I'll show you guys what I left in the air fryer. Okay, guys, over and out. It's almost it's 11 1/8 ounces. So let's do the rendition on that. So that would leave us, this was the package had, let's see, ooh, okay, 0.93 pounds. It's almost there. And then you're going to notice on the back of the package, it's 130 calories per 4 ounces. So that's 4, 8, almost 12 ounces. So 1, 2, 3, 300. That's almost 390 calories, man. That's not bad at all. So as I told you guys earlier, I left this pork loin in there, and that sucker's cooking pretty good. That's what my wife and my daughter are gonna have. And it's just bathing in barbecue. I showed you guys earlier how I made that. So that takes about 6 hours. It's already been in there for about 3.5, almost 4. And, you know, once you start, you can shred it in there. You know, grab yourself a couple of forks. I'm just curious now. Oh, yeah, it's starting to shred pretty good. But, you know, like I said, it still needs like another 2-3 hours. And we'll go from there. But okay, guys, I'll catch you later. Just wanted to show you what the after the gym workout looked like. And I'm not gonna lie to you, the knee isn't doing that great, guys. Yeah, it's a little tender still. So I'll let you guys go, and I'm gonna put this thing to rest. Adios, amigos. Well, here we go. As I told you guys earlier today, I went on the bicycle walk training that I did at the gym today to see if my knee would what happened is I put it on the hill intervals, but I had it on a really low mode, and I think I showed you guys on the past video where I was at about I think it was level 3, you know. But when it would, you know, the intervals, they go up, they kind of start ramping up. So when I got to the highest one, I felt a little bit of resistance. I felt okay, maybe because the muscle was warm, the knee was warm. I kind of pushed it a little bit. as I was down to like the 45 minute marker, I felt, you know, not pain, but the uncomfort. And I was like, I'm going to be fine. It's okay. So, unfortunately, that uncomfort hasn't left me yet. So for this upcoming session, I'm just going to go on a walk. And the walk is at a very leisurely pace. I mean, I'm not going to go and try to break any records, or I used to kind of go from one corner to the next and check my times and see if I was going to be able to be faster, or try to say, what, I was at 19, the pace was 19 miles per hour. I'm going to try to break it to 18, and, just doing little things like that. And right now you can see pace is 24. So obviously I'm taking it much, much easier. I'm going to be doing the hour walk, but like I said, at a very leisurely pace, and we'll see how that goes. Hopefully tomorrow, I'm a little bit better. There's just no way, with the pivot movements, when you pivot like this, when you're boxing, I could potentially cause some torque and torsion in the knee, and that's not what we want. That's definitely not what we want right now. So it's live and learn, I guess. Trying to do the best that I can, but the physical side is one thing, and it all correlates, because unfortunately for the physical affects my mental. And my mental, I kind of go into these dark places, and it affects me different, in a different way each time. And sometimes it's boredom because I can't do anything physically, so I try to keep myself mentally stimulated. So that's why I'm making these videos, is to keep myself accountable. God, I know it's almost like therapy, right? It's almost like therapy. I'm giving myself self-therapy by talking to the camera. And not only that, but having the strength and the grit to actually post it, because it's kind of scary, like where we go in our heads. It is kind of scary. But like I said, I'm going to continue to do the best that I can, and bring you guys along with my voyage. If it gets a little too daunting, or I'm kind of figuring this gets a little bit too monotonous, speaking about recovery, and now that I'm, messed up my knee, I'll be doing some other, I'll still be posting, but topics will be a little bit more varied. So I don't know if you guys are into photography. So if anyone's out there is into photography, I'll be making some photography tutorials, especially like, for when you're indoors, just doing different types of shoots like that, So with that, I'm going to leave you guys. Hope you guys have a safe and productive day. Take care of your bodies, take care of your minds, and remember to love yourselves. Over and out.